everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Caena and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today is intro day and we are going to be counting down with this project to Valentine's Day. So a bit of a short-term project here. A lot of Valentine's Day themed projects are like finish 14 by 14, which are challenging because you have to be very careful about the things that you can actually finish in time, especially with a lot of this project, about half of it being end of a year, so you have other projects you're trying to finish. But this is Roses Are Red, which is a Fantastic Ladies collaboration. Caena is the one who has designed it, so of course all the information down in the description box below, just like it is with all of my videos. Roses Are Red, the theory here is very fun. 14 uses on items. So it's a strictly usage project, which gives myself some permission to play, to experiment, to reach for things that I've been wanting to reach for. And of course, it's all about love. So Caena has developed, and these do change every year, there are 14 prompts, each of them associated with a quote that has to do with love. Now, these quotes change every year, so they're maybe a little bit different. And this project does run for 14 weeks. So starts November 8th, ends on Valentine's Day, with updates on the 14th. So just over a month for the first one. And that's basically it. So 14 weeks, 14 prompts, 14 items to use 14 times. Let's get into what I have selected. So these prompts are, of course, open to interpretation. Caena has provided a little bit of direction, but of course we can take it in any way we would like. So we're going to start off with our very first quotation. So to start us off, have enough courage to trust love one more time and always one more time. This quotation is going to be something that you would always repurchase. So for 14 uses, what would I repurchase? And this is a scent I have had before, and this is a new product type. There's going to be a lot of fragrance in this particular video and this project, but I have opted to go with Bath & Body Works Fine Fragrance Mist in Strawberry Snowflakes. I've just picked this up, so I do have a Bath & Body Works haul and playlist, so go ahead and check that out. And I have actually used it. I don't know if you can tell, but I've used it twice since purchasing it. I'm very excited about it, and I want to keep using it. I'm enjoying their Fine Fragrance Mist. This is a scent I bought last year, although I bought it as a body lotion. But, oh, I love this one so much. Oh, gorgeous winter scent. And of course the notes are juicy strawberry, whipped cream, and iced bergamot. So this is going to be my very first item. Our second quotation. I love her, and it is the beginning of everything. Now, generally I do my eyes first, and then I move into the rest of my face. But the prompt we have here is a base or a primer product. So I went with a primer that I probably need to get going on, and it is this one from Nude by Nature. This is their perfecting primer. I have not used it before. I also cannot see it in this packaging, so I don't know where it is, but yeah, this is going to be our primer that we're going to use. Now, of course, as you guys know, I do have a primer in Partners in Cream. Finale of that is coming very soon. So I may not get to this one before that, but then definitely in December after. Those 14 uses are going to be super easy to get through. Our next quotation. Never love anyone who treats you like you're ordinary. So therefore, let's be extraordinary, right? For something extraordinary, and I've been wanting to play with this since I got it in BoxyCharm, and I haven't had a chance to yet. But eyeshadows that people kind of, they raise them. Natasha Denona, right? Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath, right? Some of those big names. So I've got Natasha Denona. This is probably what I would consider to be like the highest in my own makeup collection. Natasha Denona Retro Palette. I have not used this yet, but I'm so excited. And it is a pretty neutral color story, so you can use it any day. This is the palette. Oh, I'm so excited about that guy. So 14 uses, which is more than I normally do in my eyeshadow, right? Eyeshadows I usually roll for 10 uses, but hey, 14 fits the product and the project. And these are just stunning and gorgeous. And I'm just, oh, it'll be lovely to play with that for the next couple of months. All right, next up, I have no notion of loving people by halves. It is not my nature. So, something you love with your whole heart. Again, Bath & Body Works has kind of been my thing lately. And this is a scent along with Strawberry Snowflakes, which are probably in my top 2. And I'm very excited about this. And I haven't used this one yet. And I've been wanting to. And it's not really seasonally appropriate, but I still want to use it anyway. So a scent that I love. I have bought it in the hand soap, the fine fragrance mist, the shower gel, the body cream, the body butter, the moisturizing body wash. Like, I have bought a lot in this scent. And that is Gingham Gorgeous. Beautiful, stunning packaging. This is notes of, doesn't even say, but it's like peony and strawberry and I think juicy nectar, something along those lines. And just for comparison, just so you guys can see that difference there. So make sure those are lined up at the bottom. Sort of, kind of. You can see the difference. This has been not used. This one obviously has in comparison. So, again, another strawberry scent, but I'm very excited. I'm ready. And again, 14 uses. And that does count reapplications for me. So, these I can spray up to 3 times a day, right? First thing in the morning, mid-afternoon, into the evening. So, we'll see how those particular items go. Next up, love is an irresistible desire to be irresistibly desired. So something that you just had to have. This is an item I had to. It was so pretty, and is it something I wear though? The last time I wore this item was one of my very early videos on this channel. My channel launched at the end of December last year. So I don't know when I filmed that video, but end of December, early January was the last time I wore this lipstick. And that is, what is this? The Mary Kay lipstick in Ruby. So we have a black bullet, very, very simple here. But guys, are you ready? Look at it. Obviously, it's not got much use, but it's got all of this like glitter, sparkle, which is so pretty on the tube. Maybe not quite as pretty on the lips, but I just had to have it. Like, it's just pretty. So I want to try to get use out of it because, again, as you guys can see, I have not used a ton. I've used some, not a lot, but we gotta get some uses on that lipstick. This next one, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared for 14 uses. Again, in theory, 14 uses is not much. However, this next prompt is the giving of love is an education in itself. So, Caena has interpreted that as something you learn to love by a new technique or use. As you guys know, I do project polish. The toppers are a lot of fun. And I now have a peel-off base coat, which makes the whole glitter process significantly easier. And one of these glitters, which I do like, not necessarily my favorite overall, but I do enjoy this one, is from the Sephora collection. So this is their color hit. It is a chunky gold glitter in the shade Gold Fever. I can see, maybe you can see, it's right there. So a bit of use, not a ton. I'm hoping 14 uses will make more of a dent. And I use this as a topper on top of my other manicures. I don't do accent nails, just my personal preference. But this will be used as a topper because of that peel-off base coat, which makes the process significantly easier. You know, like I said, I'm nervous because a peel-off base coat, you do really have to let that dry. And the peel-off base coat I have, you do kind of have to pick at the nail or to pick off at that base coat to get it off in little sections. It just doesn't pop off. So we'll see. I have not done a glitter like this that requires a peel-off base coat since summertime, like before the mid-end of August was the last time. So I've got lots of these in my collection. Let's try to use some a little bit. And if I make good progress on this, maybe it'll be a project polish item next year. Love is the whole thing. We are only pieces. Let's talk about a palette then. Because I've already rolled in an eyeshadow palette and I've got my Use That eyeshadow project, I've got creams and liquids and other projects. I've opted for a face palette to go a little bit different. And this is a face palette I bought a while ago. I've never used it, but I am very excited to. Physicians Formula. I really enjoy Physicians Formula items. You guys know I was working on a Butter Collection palette in Graveyard Project Pan. This one is the Dream Team palette. And what I like about this one, as you guys can see, it has never been used because there's the plastic over it all. But let me pull that off. Oh, I haven't even pulled the plastic off yet. Oh, there we go. Stickiness. Okay, there we go. A little bit of tape left over. Let's get rid of that. Clearly, I have never used this palette before. But what we have in here, so we have 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, a powder, and a highlighter. So we have the matte butter bronzer. We have the Muro Muro butter bronzer. We have the Butter Believe It blush, the Muro Muro butter blush, the Butter Believe It face powder, and the Muro Muro butter highlighter. So, again, with palettes like this, I want to use them holistically, which means for me to count 1 use in this palette, means I have to use all of these things, like not every single pan, but I have to use 1 of the 2 bronzers, 1 of the 2 blushes, the highlighter, and the face powder. So that is going to be my goal for this palette. I am so excited. I love Physicians Formula. I think they make gorgeous products. So I'm hoping this palette's going to go a lot better than the last one. Because the last one, I ended up decluttering, or will be decluttering when I rip the palette apart, 4 of the 6 shades, which is not great. But this one has a little bit more promise. You might not have been my first love, but you were the love that made all my other loves irrelevant. So lots of different ways I could go with this, but I'm going to go with an eyeliner. I know, another eyeliner that I'm rolling in. Ugh, crazy. But I really enjoy this one. It is a colored eyeliner. And it's a nice, easy to use formula. It's soft, easy to sharpen. This is from Covergirl. This is their Exhibitionist, if I could talk, Exhibitionist liner in the shade, I want to say 500 Burgundy. There's our color here. So again, it is colored, but it's still pretty neutral. And I have sharpened it a little bit, so it has gotten some use. But this is going to be pretty, and I think it's going to pair really well with the Natasha Denona palette. So that's a happy accident. But this formula is gorgeous. I just haven't used it in a while, again, because other stuff and other projects. I don't think I've used that eyeliner since I started my channel. Almost a year ago. So, whoops. And that's the thing, right? With project panning, I am one of those people, like, I hone in. And so if it's not on my project, I tend not to use it, which is why sometimes, a tiny bit of lotion left in a bottle was not a project. I can't reach for it. Gotta roll it in. And this project, because it's usage, I can have that excuse to roll these things in. All right, next one up that we're going to do. True love stories never have endings. So, you guys, I want you to think, if you've been watching my channel for a little bit of time, maybe, potentially. And I want you to think about a product that has been rolled into a project that literally felt never-ending. Some people fly through this kind of product, and I simply don't. I do not need a lot of powder in my everyday makeup routine. I use it to set under the under eyes, get these areas, sometimes up here a little bit. And a never-ending product for me, which was recently just rolled out, and because of the finale of a Graveyard Project pan, a loose setting powder. And this one is Nude by Nature. This is their translucent loose finishing powder in Dropping Things, the shade 04 Banana. Can I get this lined up? No, I can't. I have not used it since the finale of Graveyard Project Pan. I was using this before that project, which was a 6-month project, and that is where I'm at. So that's the progress I made in Graveyard Project Pan. Again, 6 months. This line is where I'm at right now. So I have used most of this. This is a 10-gram product, but there is still so much powder left. It is never ending. It does also get sometimes a little bit on the messy side in there. So, a nice banana-ish powder. There it is. Can you see it? Probably not. But I'm using it. I am trying to. I would like to get this finished, but it's never ending. So let's get at least 14 uses on it in this project. So the next prompt is sometimes the heart sees what is invisible to the eye. So we're going with a no makeup item, which I generally don't do very much no makeup items. But I have something that I should roll into a project, which is kind of like a lip balm. Kind of. It's a lip primer, technically. But because it's kind of like a balm as well, that kind of counts for no makeup. So let's go with that. This is the Mary Kay. This is their Time-Wise and age-fighting lip primer. It is there's the bottom. It's way down there. I've gotten lots of use out of it. There is still a little bit left. Not a lot. That's it. Maybe I could finish this beforehand, like before we're hitting 14 uses. I don't know. But you know what? Let's try and see what happens. So it is a white kind of balm, and I'm terrible at this step, and I never do it. So this project is going to help force me to get use out of this because I do have another one in my back stock. So let's get that used up. And again, it doesn't deposit any color. It just kind of primes the lips. So it kind of hits that no makeup. Maybe. Next up, the art of love is largely the art of persistence. So basically, do Graveyard Project Pan and have a resurrection item. So something that has been previously used in a project pan. And I have this item, which this is Fantasy. It was in for the Kraken, I believe, something that was very heavily pigmented. Kraken may not be correct, now that I've said it out loud. But it was in This is Fantasy. It was in for the prompt of something pigmented, which these Hourglass blushes are. This is a mini in their Ambient Lighting Blush in at Night, which came in a Sephora's favorite kit, which is not my personal favorite. It might be a little bit deep for me, but it's Hourglass, so I'm not getting rid of it. This is what that product looks like here. So again, a very beautiful blush, and I have worn it down a little bit. So, let's just keep going. 14 uses. Let's do it. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. So let's talk dupes or similar items. Now, because of getting BoxyCharm and all of that, I don't specifically go out and buy a lot of stuff myself, but dupes, kind of challenging, a little bit challenging, but I have heard that these Maybelline lifter glosses are supposed to be dupes for the Fenty Gloss Bombs. So, let's do it. This was also in a project pan. This is Fantasy. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Ruby. I love this, you guys. If we're talking Holy Grail, this might be my Holy Grail lip gloss. It smells good. I have made progress on this one. You can see that windowing happening in there. So, I'm very excited to bring this back because I haven't used it since I rolled it out of that project. And it's it's wonderful. I love this lip gloss. I don't know if it's actually a dupe for the Fenty because I've never tried the Fenty, but hey, we'll just go with that because that's what the internet told me. Next up, we have love starts as a feeling, but to continue is a choice. And I find myself choosing you more and more every day. So something that grew on you. I am, as you guys can see, I am getting into fragrances. And I have, again, this was also, a lot of these things were previously in projects. Because I kind of want to reach for them again because I liked them. This guy. This is the Black Opium, but the Nuit Blanche. Black? Oh, it's French. And yes, Canadian, but don't speak French. If I line this up, I seem to be, yeah, like here. Can you see that movement? Maybe? I'm not sure. Now, Black Opium itself, don't like it. I don't like it. But this version of Black Opium is more vanilla-y and a little bit sweeter and nicer. So I enjoyed this one. So this fragrance grew on me as well. And our very last prompt, we made it. Who being loved is poor. So this is a drugstore item that you love more than an expensive one. And this is something I've hit pan on. I did do that this year. I was super thrilled about it. And so I am bringing back the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Is this also in that palette I showed you earlier? Yes. Yes, it is. But this is my single pan of it. And look at that. So exciting. And I haven't really been able to use it since I hit pan. So I kind of want to expand it a little bit. I think 14 uses can do a little bit of stuff. So it just smells so good. The scent, the color, the blendability, the ease of use. Like, cute, a little bulky, but cute packaging. I adore this bronzer. So I just want to use it more. And at this point, I would say that this is my favorite bronzer. It is specifically in the shade bronzer, so you know, very unique and exciting. But that is going to be my 14th prompt, my 14th item. Again, all of these going for 14 uses. Now, if we take a moment looking at this table to talk about goals for the next month, I don't have any. Let's throw it out there. I want to use the November 8th to December 14th time frame essentially as a play. I just want to play with stuff. Some of the stuff I probably won't even touch, right? The primer, for example, is one that's in conflict with another project. But as some of these other projects finish up, or as I meet usage goals in other projects, that's going to open up these guys right here. Again, theoretically, I could go really hard on this and knock out a bunch of these for the first update. But again, 14 uses really isn't a lot in the grand scheme. Like, that is 2 weeks of usage, but, and especially with things like reapplications. Like, I do count that, so that's going to count towards the 14 uses. So essentially, we're just going to see where we get to for our first update. And at that point, I will start making goals. The only kind of thing I'm going to kind of preliminarily kind of set as a goal in my mind is on this nail polish, because 14 uses on a glitter nail polish when doing glitter is taking longer to do and all that, especially with the peel off base coat. So this one I want to keep in mind to make sure that I am successful with my 14 uses over the course of the project. Especially like that nail polish, I think it's going to be great for holiday. The lipstick from Mary Kay, holiday. So we will see how it goes, but that is where we're going to leave it for today. So thank you so much for joining me for the intro to Caena's Roses Are Red for 2023-2024. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy project pans, especially usage-based project pans, because I do kind of that mix on my channel. And let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.